Okay, welcome back. You're with us here on Editors Roundtable. Let's actually look ahead now. We've been talking about, of course, what's happened this week and some of the big movers in terms of stocks. Markets are once again, so on Friday, the metals index went up sharply in an otherwise, sideways kind of market. And the reason is that the markets are fixating on what will come out of China. Now, the last time markets fixated on China, they got disappointed, big time, right? I mean, out of those holidays in China, there was that NDRC meeting, press conference, and nothing came. Stocks fell, and that was a big disappointment. So the question is, will something come tomorrow? And the short answer in that sense is, if you are expecting a big headline number, bazooka number, which is what will excite markets, I think that perhaps one has to be a little careful about, because as we understand it, the Ministry of Finance, which is holding this press conference tomorrow, that is on Saturday, cannot announce a number, an expansion to the fiscal deficit, without another sort of organization, which is the NPC, and that meeting is only late October, later this month. So at best, what they can do tomorrow is essentially provide a guidance. Now, they may actually provide the guidance in such a way, because the authorities are also very aware that they don't want to let the markets to fizzle off completely and go into the dumps once again. So it may be that they provide a guidance which is enough for markets. We'll see. We'll have to see on Monday morning. But in any case, I think that'll be the big story, at least on Monday morning for the first couple of hours, depending on what comes out of China in that sense. Harish, I don't know if you want to weigh in here. I don't know if you're a fan of metals and commodities in general, but you do. But if you are, weigh in. Harish, are you there?
Sorry, Prashant, I missed you.
Sorry, no, metals and commodities on the back of this China thing tomorrow. I don't know if you have exposure or where you are in terms of views on the sector, but please weigh in.
Okay, so Prashant, what will happen is that in terms of any bazooka that has been talked about, if something comes through, there is a technical change that will happen. The emerging market index has a certain weightage, China weightage, that could move up. That's already moved up and could move up, which could lead to passive and some active flows moving to the market, which is what you saw last week too. Some of the changes which happened in India was purely technical in nature. So how we think about this change is whether this change is more technical in nature, or there are second order or third order impacts of this particular change, or any other change like a war or a China change or any other change. To us, this looks like more like a technical change. From a fundamental perspective, any major impact on India is very, very limited, which is why we are okay. Whether it'll have a big uptick in terms of commodities, it still needs to be seen. There are a lot of other inefficiencies, a lot of other issues which still remains in China. And in that context, we are looking at more domestic-facing companies, given the slowdown that is happening in the global market.
Okay, all right, Harish, we will have to leave it on that note for today's shorter conversation. But thank you very much for joining in with all of that perspective. Well, with that, it's a wrap from the entire team that puts this show together. We wish you a great weekend, and we'll be back on Monday morning with more in the markets. All the news and updates continue right here on CNBC-TV18.